children, how are you? I hope you all are studying well. So children, you remember English grammar very well, isn't it? Because we use it in our day-to-day life. Irrespective of whatever subject we are doing, if the medium of writing or reading or speaking is English, okay, we know it by heart. And we also know that we do not have to make any mistakes grammatically. And that is the reason why we have to focus on our grammar skills so well. Okay. So children, remember that every word or every sentence that we do has some punctuation marks. So we are going to talk about them in detail in this chapter called punctuation. So hello kids, the word punctuation, it means the correct use of various stops or pauses or marks in writing so as to make the meaning of a sentence or passage clear. So if we do not use these punctuation marks, okay, remember that our passage or sentence, whatever we write, it's going to be incomplete. उसका कोई सेंस ही नहीं बनेगा अगर हम ये प्रॉपर पंक्चुएशन मार्क्स यूज़ नहीं करेंगे बोलते वक्त भी या लिखते वक्त. बिकॉज अ पर्सन माइट मिस इंटरप्रेट. आपने जब कुछ लिखा है, अगर आपने करेक्ट जगह पे कॉमा यूज़ नहीं किया या फुल स्टॉप यूज़ नहीं किया या फिर एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क या फिर क्वेश्चन मार्क यूज़ नहीं किया, तो उसका मीनिंग जो है सेंटेंस का वो कम्प्लीटली चेंज हो जाएगा. ओके. नाउ द मोस्ट कॉमन पंक्चुएशन मार्क्स आर full stop, question mark, comma, colon, apostrophe, exclamation mark, semicolon, hyphen, quotation mark and dash. Okay. Now let's look at the full stop. The full stop indicates the end of an assertive sentence and most imperative sentences. The full stop is also called the period. It is also used at the end of abbreviated words to separate the letters in acronyms. Okay, for example, the boy is gentle. Statement hai, assertive sentence, makes complete sense. You put a full stop in the end. Let him take the book. Again, simple sentence, meaning ban raha hai uska. You just end the sentence with a full stop. Captain. अब ये जो है ये हो जाता है abbreviated word. फुल वर्ड लिखने की जगह पे हमने सिर्फ कैप्ट लिखा है, CAPT, कैप्ट. प्रोफेसर, प्रोफ, ओके, फुल स्टॉप. उसमें आगे वर्ड्स है, इसके लिए हमने वहीं पे कट शॉर्ट किया है तो हम वहाँ पे फुल स्टॉप डाल रहे. ओके. नाउ UNO, यूनाइटेड नेशंस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो वी हैव नॉट यूज्ड द फुल वर्ड्स and we've used just the abbreviations. तो यूनाइटेड का U लिया है तो U के बाद फुल स्टॉप, मतलब हमें पता है कि इसके आगे इसका फुल फॉर्म है कुछ. ओके. UNO, SARC, MBBS, etc. But in general practice we write acronyms without full stops as UNO, SARC, MBBS, etc. Clear? सो जनरली जब हम लिखते हैं, जनरल प्रैक्टिस में जब हम लिखते हैं MBBS लिखेंगे, M.B.B.S नहीं लिखते. ओके. बट दिस इज़ व्हाट इट मीन्स. जब आप एब्रीविएशन यूज़ करते हो तो जनरली उसके बाद आप जब फुल स्टॉप लगाओगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि इसका कुछ तो फुल फॉर्म है. ओके. नाउ लेट्स लुक एट द क्वेश्चन मार्क. द क्वेश्चन मार्क इज यूज्ड आफ्टर अ क्वेश्चन and with a question tag. For example, where do you live? Rohit is a good cricketer, isn't he? ओके. सो यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन मार्क आएगा. और आपने देखा यहाँ पे रोहित इज़ अ गुड क्रिकेटर एक स्टेटमेंट है, उसके बाद में हम रिकन्फर्म करने के लिए पूछ रहे इजंट ही. तो वो दो सेंटेंसेस के हमने सेपरेट किससे किया है, कॉमा से किया है. ओके. और एंड किया है विद अ क्वेश्चन मार्क. नाउ लेट्स लुक एट द कॉमा. फर्स्ट, इट इज़ यूज्ड टू सेपरेट टू इंडिपेंडेंट एंट्रीज इन अ लिस्ट, कनेक्टेड वर्ड्स इन अ लिस्ट, except for the last two words which are normally connected with and or. For example, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul and Sahadev were Pandav brothers. So यहाँ पे जो last word आता है ना उसके पहले हम लगाएंगे and या फिर और. उसके पहले जो भी आते हैं words वहाँ पे comma लग जाता है. I bought a book, 2 pens, 1 drawing book and a ruler. And then full stop. Okay. It is used Now, comma is used to separate the day, month and year while writing dates. For example, Monday, April 20th, comma, 2021. Third, it is used to separate pairs of words connected by and. For example, the sun and the moon, comma, ponds and rivers, air and water, the stars and the sky, etc. Fourth, it is used to separate the direct speech from the reporting verb. ये तो हमने पहले वाले चैप्टर में किया था. Okay, the teacher said, comma, and double inverted commas में आएगा, be silent and do your homework, full stop. Okay. Fifth, it is used to separate a non-defining relative clause from its antecedent. For example, my brother Hari, who is taller than me, is an athlete. So यहाँ पे आपने देखा तीनों को अलग अलग हमने सेपरेट किया है विद अ कॉमा. माई ब्रदर हरी, उसको डिस्क्राइब किया है हमने, हु इज टॉलर देन मी. ओके, फिर उसके बारे में बोला है इज एन एथलीट. ओके, नाउ इट इज यूज टू सेपरेट द डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज फ्रॉम द मेन क्लॉज. तो मेन क्लॉज से डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज को हटाने के लिए इन अ कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस व्हेन इट इज रिटन फर्स्ट. इफ द मेन क्लॉज इज रिटन फर्स्ट, comma is not used. For example, when I reached there, it was raining. So अगर हम इसको comma use नहीं करेंगे तो हम ये बोलेंगे it was raining when I reached there. तो यहाँ पे हम जब उसको उल्टा लिखते हैं, ओके, जहाँ पे हम मेन क्लॉज पहले लिखते हैं, when I reached there, it was raining. Clear? Next, it is used to separate an introductory yes or no and adverbs of comment. Yes, it is right. Yes, comma, it is right. Full stop. No, comma, he is not honest. Full stop. Fortunately, comma, we won the match. Clear? Now, it is used after the salutation and complimentary clause in a letter. For example, Dear Aryan. जब letter लिखते हैं, Dear Aryan के बाद आता है comma. Dear sirs, comma. Yours faithfully, comma. End में लिखते हैं हम लोग ये. Okay, complimentary clause में yours sincerely, comma. Clear? Next, it is used to separate other words from the name of a person addressed. For example, what are you doing, Anuj? Question mark. Okay, तो ये separate करते हैं to the person it is being addressed to. Our hope lies in him, the Lord, he who has made heaven and earth. Next, it is used while writing long numbers by bunching the digits in threes from the right. For example, the speed of light is approximately 300 million meters per second. तो आपने यहाँ पे देखा 300 million. It is an international number system का way of writing. Okay, million को. तो 300, 000, 000. It means million, 300 million meters per second. Clear? Now, let's look at the use of colon. First, it is used to indicate examples. Example indicate करने के लिए colon use होता है. I have only one interest, colon, hockey. Second, it is used to introduce a list. जब list को introduce करते हैं, the ingredients required are colon, milk, sugar, eggs, flour and oats. Okay. Third, it is used to introduce direct speech or dialogues in a play. For example, Riya, what do you think of yoga? Question mark. Raman, yes, comma, it is a good idea. Okay. Now, let's look at the apostrophe. It is used to show the possession of nouns. For example, the man's shirt. Okay, that means the shirt belongs to the man, but the man's shirt. The children's toys. Okay, the girl's school. James' father. अब आप यहाँ पे देखोगे, यहाँ पे girls एंड किससे हो रहा है? S से हो रहा है. तो यहाँ पे apostrophe जो है वो S के बाद लगेगी. Okay, James S से हो रहा है, apostrophe will be after S. Clear? The princess's bodyguard. It means that we are talking about the princess. Okay, the princess's bodyguard, but apostrophe लगेगी S के बाद. Okay, sister-in-law's house. So we also use apostrophe in contractions. For example, I am. Okay, तो यहाँ पे contraction हो गया, I apostrophe M, contraction हुआ of I am. ओके, यू आर का कॉन्ट्रैक्शन हुआ यू अपॉस्ट्रोफी आर ई, शी इज, ओके, देन ही इज, I'd, they have, will, should have, doesn't, isn't. Clear? Now, let's look at the exclamation mark. It is used after an interjection and at the end of any exclamatory sentence and some imperative sentences. For example, wow! Exclamation. That is interesting. Again, exclamation. What a beautiful flower! Exclamation. Stop. Get out. Okay. Now, let's look at the semicolon. It indicates a longer or greater pause than a comma, but shorter than a full stop. It is used, okay, to join two clauses of a compound sentence when they are not joined by coordinating conjunction. अगर coordinating conjunction के साथ वो join नहीं हो रहे तो हम use करते हैं semicolon. Okay, to err is human, semicolon, to forgive, comma, divine. So, अगर हम coordinating conjunction use करेंगे तो लिखेंगे to err is human and to forgive is divine. But यहाँ पे हमने semicolon use किया है to separate it. They have 3 horses, semicolon, 2 of them are white. Clear? Next, it is used to separate a series of loosely related clauses by, and, but, still, etc. The circus came to an end, semicolon, and the troupe was greeted warmly. Now, let's look at the hyphen. First, it is used in some compound words, so as anti-war, middle-aged, son-in-law, etc. ओके, ये आपने जनरली देखा होगा, हमेशा जब ऐसे वर्ड्स आते हैं तो कंपाउंड वर्ड्स आते हैं तो हम उसको ज्वाइन करते हैं विद अ हाइफन. ओके, जैसे कोऑपरेशन. ओके, वहाँ पे भी देखोगे अब CO के बाद हाइफन ऑपरेशन. ओके, इट इज यूज्ड विद नंबर्स एंड सम प्रीफिक्सेस. ओके, as ex-soldier, ex-soldier. Okay, a person who was previously a soldier, ex-soldier. 20-5, T-shirt, etc. Okay, it is used in compound adjectives. A 10-year-old boy. Up-to-date. 6th-class student, etc. Clear? Now, we use it also for, now let's look at the quotation marks. जब कोई कुछ बोलता है, if some quote has been given by a person, okay, तब हम use करते हैं the quotation marks. First, it is used to enclose direct speech as the son said, okay, comma, उसके बाद quotation marks में आएगा please give me some milk, comma, mother, and full stop. It is used to indicate the titles of books, poems, stories, films. Single inverted commas are used. Okay. Now, when we are talking about anything which is a title of a book or a poem or a story or a film, तो हम उसको डालेंगे single inverted में. Okay. जब कोई कुछ बोल रहा है उसको हम डालते तो वो होता है double inverted में, और जब कोई इसी चीज़ का नाम आता है तो हम उसको बोलेंगे डालेंगे in the single quotation mark. Okay. जैसे Macbeth, Ode to a Skylark, Godan, Tezab, etc. Okay. Now, if a quotation occurs within a quotation, अब quotation के अंदर ही quotation आता है, the inner one is enclosed within single inverted commas. For example, you might as well say, comma, and double inverted, okay, added the march है, that, okay. Now in single quote, I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like. ओके, तो यहाँ पे देखा है आपने कोट्स के अंदर कोट डाला है. ओके, कोट के अंदर जो बोला गया है उसको स्टेट किया गया है. ओके, नाउ दैट इज व्हाई यू विल सी दैट देयर इज अ यूज ऑफ सिंगल इन्वर्टेड कॉमास. ओके, जहाँ पे द इनर वन जो होता है, अंदर का जो कोट होता है वो होता है इन सिंगल इन्वर्टेड कॉमा. ओके, now let's look at the use of the dash. The dash is not a formal mark and it should not be overused. We can use a dash or a pair of dashes within a sentence to show a sudden change of thought. For example, Akshay told me, dash, does it really mean it, dash, that he will come tomorrow? To add an exclamation or to emphasize a word or phrase. For example, the book was interesting, dash, I just could not stop reading it. Clear? Now, insert quotation marks, commas, exclamation marks and apostrophe where necessary. Okay, let's buy some toffees, comma, chocolates, comma, biscuits and a cake for the children, full stop. Okay, good morning, comma, how are you? Clear? Now, rest of the sentences you have to do. Next is use full stops, apostrophe, question marks and exclamation marks and rewrite the following sentences. Now, that is my sister's t-shirt. Okay, so that is my sister, apostrophe S, T hyphen shirt, full stop. Clear? It was 3:00 apostrophe clock by the time we finish the project, and then a full stop comes. Clear? I hope it is very simple for you to understand. Now do the remaining sentences. And children, do not forget to reread this, and it is going to be very useful for you when you are especially writing something. जब हम लिखना शुरू करते हैं, many of you must be wanting to write poems or want to become an author. So it will help you. At the same time, while writing answers also, it will help you. Alright children, so do reread this chapter and don't forget to attempt all the remaining sentences of the exercises. So get going children.